Right, so for today's video, we have an update on a situation we spoke about just a few days ago at this point, and it's regarding the pimple patch drama. And it was a situation that was all revolving around this TikToker right here called Natalie AB, who recently uploaded a video talking about pimple patches that a lot of people disagreed with. And specifically, it was a video where Natalie said that she saw a teenager working a retail job wearing pimple patches, and this is why she decided to make this video, which is pretty strongly worded. She goes on further to say, like, this is the reason why people think Gen Z are lazy and unprofessional.
Why are we wearing pimple patches in public? We need to have a chat, or you and me, we need to have a quick chit chat. Something just happened to me in the store, retail environment, where I walked into the store to make a couple of returns. A woman, I wouldn't even consider her a woman. She was probably like 4 years under the legal working age, but alas, this tween basically greeted me at the door. And she had maybe 4 pimple patches on that were so bright and so vivid. I guess they were the Starface ones. Bright blue, bright pink, bright yellow. Maybe I'm a narc, like maybe this is a hot take, you tell me. But I think that is so unprofessional, and I was like, this Gen X girly is making us look bad.
Yeah, so straight away, a lot of the comments on this video were basically saying, like, why do you care what a teenager has decided to wear or, like, put on their face? But Natalie goes on further and it becomes clear that she doesn't just think that people shouldn't wear pimple patches at work, but they shouldn't really wear them at all unless they're at their home at night.
There's already this narrative that Gen Zers don't want to work hard and are lazy and unprofessional, and I'm like, you're the reason why. You're the reason why. I was that age and I was going into my first like jobs and internship. I had to look presentable. It's not just young people. Like, I have seen so many people at the airport, at the grocery store, at Trader Joe's. I don't want to see you in your pimple patches. Like, those are to be worn to bed and potentially at your apartment when you're working from home. Draws even more attention. Like, just put a little concealer on or just rock it natural. If you know someone and you love them and they wear their pimple patches in public, stop, drop, and roll. Send them this video.
And I mean, as we heard at the beginning of the video, Natalie does say, like, maybe this is a hot take, and if you disagree, let me know. And people definitely let Natalie know. Now, this video was deleted after it received a lot of backlash, but a lot of people not only responded in the comment section, but also responded in videos. One person particularly responded in a video was Dr. Ethan Melillo, who is a pharmacist. He starts off the video by saying that this is what we call a mean girl, and then goes on further to explain why pimple patches are very good.
This is what we call a mean girl, and probably someone who would have made fun of me and my friends in high school. But there's actually a reason why I recommend patients to be using pimple patches during the day. Hey, I'm Ethan, I'm a pharmacist, and I work in the skincare industry. Let's go through it. By the way, I'm not going to be promoting any patches or anything. I'm just going to be explaining why they're used. So a lot of times, dermatologists and even pharmacists in practice will recommend patients to put pimple patches on their pimples and acne so that they're not picking at it. Because though clinically there's really nothing in like studies or anything for them to be used, the main goal is to prevent someone from touching their face and making it work.
And that's kind of where we left the video, right? Natalie has uploaded a video which a lot of people disagree with, including Ethan here, and Natalie has asked people to let her know what their thoughts are. Ethan has done that in this video, letting her know what his thoughts are. The only real thing that he actually said about Natalie specifically was that this is what we call a mean girl, but the rest of the video is kind of talking about why pimple patches can be very useful. So you might be wondering at this point, what is the update? Well, Ethan has actually posted a brand new video talking about how Natalie has been messaging him across multiple social medias.
Natalie, the anti-pimple patch creator who I stitched, has entered multiple of my inboxes, but in all of them, she's taken zero accountability.
Now let's actually take a look through some of these messages, and it's going to be pretty tricky because Ethan's used like the green screen effect on TikTok, and you can't actually see the whole messages, so I'm gonna do my best here. Hi, saw your video and appreciate your opinion. If your goal was for me to get death threats, bullying about something, and notes to my employer in attempt to jeopardize my job, I assume it says there, because I said I thought colourful patches were unprofessional at work, and in brackets, my opinion. I hope you are aware, I'm guessing, that you have succeeded. The girl wearing them was never attacked personally, and now I am from thousands every day. If we can't make general observations on a beauty trend without harassment that has gone this far, spearheaded by an adult like you, then we are seriously something. Now, you heard Ethan say at the beginning of the video that Natalie's took zero accountability for this, and I think, like, reading through this first message, we have a couple more to get through. Reading through this first message, it does seem like Natalie doesn't feel like maybe she's done anything wrong here. Now, everyone's gonna have their own opinions on that. I mean, looking at the videos and comments that we have seen, and I mean, even look at the comments on my last video, it seems like the vast majority of people definitely do disagree with Natalie here. I mean, Natalie did post a video calling out a teenager who was working a retail job, called her out specifically on something that she was wearing or chose to put on her face. So I just feel like it's pretty obvious that people weren't going to take that very well. I know in this message she's saying the girl wearing them was never attacked personally, but now I am. I mean, in the video that Natalie posted, it was pretty strongly worded. She was basically saying that people like this teenage girl at a retail job are the reason why people look down on Gen Z. me. But even with that being said, I don't agree with anyone like attacking Natalie or sending like horrible messages, just saying she's getting death threats here, for example. Like, I don't agree with any of that. But in terms of the people who are commenting, letting Natalie know that they disagree with her take, obviously that's going to happen, right? Because Natalie's posted the video and even asked for people's opinions. And I think the most confusing thing here is that this is a message specifically directed at Ethan. And I think Ethan probably had like the nicest video about it out of anyone that I saw. Most of the other videos I saw were people who were like really pissed off. I mean, Ethan did say at the beginning of the video, this is what we call a mean girl, but then the rest of the video is just going on to talk about why pimple patches are good. Now, we also see an email here that Natalie sent to what I assuming is like Ethan's agency, like maybe a company he works with to get like brand deals, or they just kind of like help with his content. And the subject is urgent, creator-driven harassment escalation. Hi team, I'm reaching out regarding one of your represented creators, Dr. Ethan Melillo, a pharmacist and influencer who recently posted an editing and misleading video of mine on TikTok. His video reframed my content in a way that falsely portrayed me as mocking teenagers' acne. Now, Ethan's original video is still up, so you can see for yourself if it has been like misleading or like edited in a way to make the video look worse than it is. In my opinion, it hasn't at all. To be honest, when I first watched it, I barely even realized it was edited at all. I watched Ethan's video after watching Natalie's original video, so I saw what she'd said in the original video. And in my opinion, it portrayed the original video perfectly. We've seen it at this point, right? Ethan does actually respond to this by showing the full video at the end of this video, but we've seen it. But let's carry on with the email. So it says, something I did not say or imply, and directed his large following toward me in an extremely dangerous way. As a result of his post, I have received thousands of hate comments on my appearance, body, and mental health, death threats, doxing included, and sharing my family's personal information and address. Yeah, all of this I strongly disagree with. No one should ever be doing any of this. Giving your thoughts on the original video and saying you disagree with it is one thing, right? Obviously, this stuff, I'm sure the vast majority of us can agree, is way too far. Now, this next part of the email is, again, very hard to read just because of like the green screen effect, but we can read like a bit of the end of this email. It says, this is no longer a matter of internet disagreement. This is targeted harassment and real-world harm. I urge you to take this seriously. This creator who presents himself as a healthcare professional, I guess. I don't know what the rest of it says. Again, the most confusing thing about this to me is that Ethan's video didn't seem that bad to me, right? The only thing he really said directly to Natalie was that this is a mean girl and someone who would have made fun of me like when I was younger. But the rest of the video is just talking about how good pimple patches are. So it's very confusing to me why these messages have been directed at Ethan specifically. Now, there is another message that again is very hard to read. You can see a little bits of it, like, I hope you got the views you wanted at the cost of someone's well-being, I'm assuming it says. Towards the bottom, I believe it says something along the lines of like, if you can't share your opinion on a beauty trend without harassment from people and especially educated men with platforms, then we are seriously fucked. I hope you're glad to try and ruin a young girl's life for the sake of education. Again, this is so baffling why this is being sent to Ethan, because I don't think the original video is that like strong of a video. Now, Ethan does respond to these claims in his video. He first of all responds to Natalie saying that she never attacked the girl personally. Ethan also says that he'll take the video down, or he would have taken the video down already if there was like some accountability there.
And then even another comment saying that she never attacked the girl personally, but when you create a video attacking someone, you are attacking them personally. And so the reason I did the video is because I've been made fun of for like how my voice sounds, for how I dress, how I act. And it's been studied that over 50% of people with acne have said that it's affected their mental health. And so by you making that video, it is so damaging to people who are suffering from acne and wearing those pimple patches in public.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's confusing me as to what Natalie thought the reaction to that was going to be, right? Because I think especially because she's talking about a teenager who's just trying to like work at a retail job, you know, earn a bit of money. Like, why have you chose that person specifically to make this video talking about how, like, Gen Z's going to shit? I mean, making a video judging people based on what they wear or anything, like, appearance-wise is always gonna go down very, very badly. You should probably be expecting, like, a pretty negative reaction, but I think it makes even worse the fact that she's an adult talking about, like, a teenager working at a retail job. And if we're being completely honest here, I think it would be fair to assume that that person has probably seen the video at this point. I mean, the video went massive, right? Millions of people have seen this video. There is a good chance, obviously, I don't know, right? They might not have seen the video, but there is a very good chance that they maybe have seen the video at this point. And I can't imagine they would feel great after seeing that.
Called you, Natalie, was mean because what you said was extremely mean. Now, if anywhere in these messages, if you had just said, you know what, I'm really sorry, I shouldn't have done that, I would have 100% of deleted the video right away. But after doubling, tripling down what you've said multiple times as you've messaged me multiple times on multiple platforms, I really don't think whatever I say is gonna come across through you. But the one thing I do want to correct personally and I want to address is that if people have been attacking you, to please stop. You know, I really have enjoyed the comments about people who have been so proud to wear their pimple patches in public. So let's just keep it at that and let's stop harassing this poor girl.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to say, right? And that is the way it should be, right? No one should be going out the way to send, like, personal, like, insults or whatever it is. These are horrible messages to someone who's made this video, right? I mean, obviously, that is never the way to go about it, right? If you disagree with the video, fair enough, right? Leave your comments, say why you disagree. But I think, obviously, there is a limit here, and no one should be sending just horrible messages and, like, death threats, for example. Now, at this point, Ethan goes on to respond to the misleading claims, and then this is where he goes on to show the full video.
One thing I am going to correct, though, is please do not say I'm ever misleading or editing things, because if anything, I think I gave you an okay edit of the video, because the full video, I personally think, is a lot worse. And since I, as a retail pharmacist, have learned to always keep receipts no matter what, I will play the full video and I will leave it up to everyone else's opinion to see if I changed anything whatsoever.
Yeah, so then he goes on to show the full video, which we have looked through at this point. So yeah, either way, that is Ethan's response. Obviously, we have seen Natalie's response here, which, to be fair, is kind of like the only response we've really seen from Natalie. Natalie hasn't posted a video response on a TikTok account or any social medias, like, from what I can see. Now, looking at the comments on this video, it seems like people definitely still disagree with Natalie, right? There's comments like this one saying Natalie needs to calm her tits. She literally called this girl the reason why people think Gen Z is lazy. This is an attack. Good on you for calling out her mean girl attitude. There's quite a few comments from people just saying, like, this email is so ChatGPT coded. And then the rest of the comments are just basically people, like, explaining why they personally wear pimple patches, right? Like this one here saying, pimple patches are the only thing that keep me from picking scabs because of sensory issues, and Natalie needs to pipe down. And to be fair, a lot of the comments that I saw in the original video were people just making jokes, kind of saying, like, this is making me want to wear pimple patches more now, and making jokes about how they're gonna carry on wearing them and whatnot. But yeah, either way, I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below on, obviously, Natalie's response, Ethan's response to Natalie, everything that was spoke about in today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'm gonna leave it there. So if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Also, if you're interested in some other content, me and Emily have a channel where we play games, react to reality shows, stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that, that's always linked in the description. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.